Dances with Wolves won this year, and while it's not as important as the rest of the world situation where it sits, it will always be important to us, and we thank you for this.
The success of Dances with Wolves for a time would revitalize the Western genre. As a result, the 90s was a much more prolific decade for the genre than the preceding one. In 1992, Clint Eastwood would return to the genre once again for his most acclaimed movie yet. In Unforgiven, Eastwood plays William Money, a former outlaw and killer who has been reformed by his now-deceased wife. When a prostitute is cut up by two cowboys in the town of Big Whiskey and her companions offer a reward for their death, Money, desperate for money to support his children, agrees to accompany a young bounty hunter named the Schofield Kid, played by James Woolvett, and bring the cowboys to justice.
Just because we're going on this killing, that don't mean I'm going to go back to being the way I was. I just need the money. Get a new start for them youngsters.
Accompanying them is Ned Logan, Money's old friend, played by Morgan Freeman. The sheriff of Big Whiskey, Gene Hackman's Little Bill Daggett, is distressed to learn of the prostitute's bounty on the cowboys, and beats a bounty hunter named English Bob within an inch of his life to discourage more from coming. When Money and his friends arrive in town, an inevitable conflict between them and Daggett is brought into motion.
It's a hell of a thing, killing a man. You take away all he's got, and all he's ever gonna have.
David Peoples' script explores the consequences of violence.
Yeah. Well, I guess they had it coming.
We all have it coming, kid.
As usual with the Western genre, violence separates men from society, but here it haunts the men who commit it. This film strips away any nobility from the violence. It is not a necessary act to restore and bring about civilization, but an ugly and largely futile one.
Slim! Slim, give me some water, please. Please, Slim. I'm bleeding, Slim. Give me some water, please.
Give him a drink of water, God damn it.
Eastwood's Money is a broken man, full of regret for his past life, and struggling to remain faithful to his wife's memory.
Plus, you know, Will, Claudia was alive, you wouldn't be doing this.
Unforgiven is a sobering film, both for its portrayal of violence and its look and feel. The film's score, composed in part by Eastwood himself, is filled with longing and somber reverie. The stark, moody cinematography by Jack Green is aided by Henry Bumstead's desolate production design. The casting is pitch perfect, and Eastwood, Freeman, and Hackman all put in some of the best performances of their careers.
Well, there's a few dangerous men around, like old Bob, like me. It ain't so easy to shoot a man anyhow, you know, especially if some bitch is shooting back at you. I mean, that'll just flat rattle some folks.
Unforgiven was successful at the box office and was adored by critics, with many proclaiming it the best film of the year. It won 4 Academy Awards, including Best Picture and Best Supporting Actor for Gene Hackman.